My name is Patrick, and as you can see, it's a little bit cold today. That's why I have my hands inside. Today I'm going to present you the brand new 2017 Ford Kuga 2-liter TDCi in the ST line. This is the first time that the Kuga is coming as ST line version. Here we have a 2-liter diesel engine producing 180 horsepower at 3,500 RPM and the maximum torque of 400 Newton meters between 2 and 2,500 RPM. We have a 0 to 100 time in exactly 10 seconds for the auto version, which we have here, and a top speed of exactly 200 kilometers an hour. This one now comes with the 17-inch winter alloy wheels. However, the ST line itself is equipped with 18-inch 10-spoke alloy. So let me just show you, as usual, outside, first row, second row, the boot, and then we drive. Enjoy! Alright, so now we are inside, and first of all, first thing that obviously comes to your mind when you're in a 4x4 is you're sitting a little bit elevated, which is exactly the case. I really like it. I have a very good view over the street, big mirrors, and we have tons of assist systems here. However, I'll go into details when we're gonna drive. Now we just go look into the positioning, and as you can see, I'm 180 tall. The seat, obviously, I can adjust it lower or higher. This one, in this version, comes now fully electric for the driver, including lumbar support. The heated seat can be adjusted in 3 settings. And in addition, we have a heated steering wheel, which you can turn on and off over here, and it gets really, really warm, which is nice, especially in winter like this and weather like this. So we have a very clear instrument cluster with a lot of information, and so that it has a lot of driver-assisted systems like lane departure, has a lot of assist systems like lane departure, blind spot assistant, automatic parking in 2 different ways, in and out, and a lot of things. So this one obviously comes in automatic version, as I told you, or this particular model here. You can get it as a 6-speed manual as well. It depends on your preference. Then we can adjust the steering wheel, obviously, in all 4 positions. So there's no problem to find the one for you. We have automatic light and shift pedals as well for the gearbox, on the right up, on the left down. So overall very comfortable. Everything is in distance where I can reach it, other than this ventilation, the one on the right for the passenger, but it's fine. The seats are leather with Alcantara, which is something nice. The seats are leather with cloth, which is nice. The seats have partially leather, which is very nice. I like it. Especially this one doesn't get as cold in winter as, for example, the outer parts, which is something, especially in winter, very uncomfortable. Then we have electronic parking brake. We have a 12-volt power socket here. Space for a phone. It's exactly the size of an iPhone 6 Plus, 6S Plus or 7 Plus. Perfect. Then we have 2 cup holders. One that you can extend and make it a little bit bigger. You can close the whole thing. Here we have a compartment under the armrest with a little tray. Storage for whatever items, plus 2 USB ports. Then we have a compartment for the glasses, and something that I really enjoy, especially when the sun is very low, like now in winter I was driving yesterday, is this very simple function. I don't understand why not every car manufacturer in the world is doing that by default. Ford does it. Congratulations, Ford. Well done. I love this. Very good. Other than that, that's pretty much it for the first row. Let's hop in the back and I show you the second row. Okay, second row. As you can see, tons of space. The seat in front is adjusted to myself or someone with my height, and I have really a lot of leg space, knee space. If I would sit this way, but either way I sit that way, and it's very comfortable. What I like is that the angle of the seats is not too straight, which you have sometimes in cars, which isn't really comfortable for long drives. What else do we have? We have a little handle with a hook for the jacket, the power mirror. And you can see we have tinted windows, and what I really like as well is the entire window goes down. In some cars you have something where it stops somewhere here and not so good. This way it goes all the way down, very cool, and you can see it's obviously tinted. Then headrest is sufficiently tall as well, which is good, and you can see the one in the middle is even to the same height, which is great because it gives tall passenger the chance to be safe as well. Then we have an armrest with 2 cup holders, or 2.5 cup holders. Better than not having one at all. However, the cup holders might be better to have them here somewhere. Obviously, here we have the air vents, which you can open and close. However, you cannot adjust the temperature. We have a 12-volt power socket, but no USB ports. And in today's world, as you know, everyone needs USB ports. And I believe Ford could have put at least 1 or 2 USB ports in here as well for the passengers in the back. Because if you have a car like this fully equipped, there should be 2 USB ports as well in the back. Then let's close this one. Here we have a little compartment, obviously, to put magazines or papers or something else, and that's pretty much it. So let's hop in the back, show you the boot, and then we finally drive. Okay, so Kuga from the back. ST line, as you can see, there is no ST badge on the back. However, we have a little spoiler on top, which is something that the ST line has. We have the tinted windows, as you can see from the B-pillar all around in the back. Taillights are blacked out a little bit as well. We have the reverse camera, which is on top here. You still have a handle to open, but really you have to go really deep inside. I mean, my fingers pretty much disappear. And then it's a power lift gate, so it opens up automatically. As you can see here, parking sensors, dual exhaust, and again, this part is blacked out as well. And then we have a cover, which press down and it slides to the back. You can flip it up. We have a 12-volt power socket on the right. Then we have a towing hook for a trailer, which this car is equipped as well with. A lot of space, I have to say. Loading height is not too high, which is something nice. Fits inside. Below here we have just a spare wheel with a few small compartments, let's say, but nothing big, so there's not a second floor on the bottom. So let's close this one up as well. And now we can finally drive. Okay, so now we're gonna drive, but before we're gonna do anything, I'm gonna show you how this car parks itself if I'm gonna find a spot now that is not taken. Okay. There we have now a motorcycle and a car, so we press that button on the right here and we'll start searching for a parking. We'll recognize this thing in a moment. Here we go, it found it and it tells you to stop. You put the reverse in and just take the hands off the wheel and it turns. So the only thing you have to operate is the gas pedal, or not even the gas pedal, the brake pedal. Because in an automatic version obviously it's easier because you don't have to use the clutch. And here we go, parking done. Okay, so reverse. Enough. And it does the same thing basically out again. And then you just basically grab it whenever you're ready to and you continue. Okay, so what can I tell you about this car? Obviously I gave you the basic specs already. 180 horsepower from a 2-liter turbocharged engine. Diesel obviously. And it does drive really nice, I have to say. I really enjoy having this elevated position above, all the other cars. So now we had a Volkswagen T6 and it's a little bit lower than that obviously, but you're somewhere in the middle. And now the heated seats are a bit too warm. Let me just put the temperature down. And start stop you have as well. And I really enjoy it. So you have really good view over the street. Mirrors are big size, to be honest. You see very good. In addition, you have the blind spot assistant, which is something very nice. Towards the end, it's actually not bad because you have the third window behind the C, between the C and the D pillar, and that one is pretty good too. No, we want 50. And towards the back, the back window is not too small either. In addition, you have the reverse camera you saw, which is nice. It helps a lot. But again, if you have a self-parking car, you pretty much don't need it anymore. Otherwise, if you like to do it yourself, you obviously can still do so. Then, ride quality. What do I feel? Actually, I felt it's very sporty, to be honest. Obviously, it's the ST line, and ST line has not only to do with the sporty line that Ford basically has, but as well in regards to the look. So you have parts like the grille is blacked out, and as well you have the black railing on top to attach roof boxes, for example, or bicycle holders whatsoever. And the overall look, it comes usually with 18-inch wheels. However, now we have winter, we have 5 degrees, today is a warm day, and this one is now equipped with the 17-inch winter wheels, which are part of the deal as well. So now it's a 6-speed automatic gearbox, which you can shift manually over the the pedals at the steering wheel. So plus on the right and minus on the left. So up and down, up, right, down, left. You have a lot of controls as usual. I kind of find it a little bit, I don't know, this additional part for the cruise control, the speed limiter. I wish they would have integrated this somewhere here, because the only thing that you do with this button, so the only thing is basically use the system here. And I personally use the cruise control way more often than I use, for example, to change the settings here in the car. So this you could do somewhere here, and then you would have the cruise control here, and I would have more space here. One thing that's really great is not only has this car heated seats and 3 settings for driver and passenger, but as well a heated steering wheel. I know this, for example, Opel does that as well. However, this one is really hot, and what is nice as well, it's throughout the steering wheel, so it doesn't have only like certain areas where it does so, but the whole entire steering wheel, which is something nice. What else? The instrument cluster, very clear. You have the white dials with the blue pointers, and what I like as well, this car is pretty much fully equipped, all the things you can get. It has sign recognition, so inside here you have all the radars thing, and it basically recognizes street signs, so it tells you a speed limit and reminds you. What is nice as well, when you drive and it finds a new sign, it just lights it up a bit, and then it dims it a little bit afterwards again, which is nice. And if you, for example, have somewhere where you are not allowed to overtake, it still has a second slot on the left next to the speed sign, and tells you that as well. Then average fuel consumption, let's go to the big one. Obviously Ford claims something with 5.5 or 5.8 or something, which is not real life scenario. Here in the mountains where we live, this is Berner Oberland. I had an average fuel consumption of 7.7 liters of diesel, and this is over now 198.6 kilometers, so pretty much 200 kilometers. Which is not bad for a car that has 180 horsepower, and this car weighs as well, obviously a little bit more than the regular 2-door small city car. We have 5 seats, which are decent size, gives you a lot of space. I sit very comfortably. Headrest, for example, you can adjust as well. You can hear it, and towards a position that is comfortable for you. This one comes now with an electric seat as well for the driver, and it has lumbar support as well, which is this part on the bottom here, which is nice. By the way, to the left side, you'll see on this camera, we see the Brienza Lake, which is really picturesque and nice. So I'll try to see if we can get nice shots so that you can see that as well. Here we go. Now it shows the street signs, do not overtake, and 30 kilometers per hour. And I see that I'm a little bit too fast, so let me go down. Now, one thing about the cruise control, it is not possible to drive 30 kilometers an hour in cruise control. The lowest speed is 31. I don't know if this is a glitch or what happened, but basically I cannot drive 30 kilometers an hour, only 31. If I go below, it will just disengage the cruise control. Then steering wheel is nice and thick. I like that. We have all the buttons basically to open the mirrors, to open the windows. Mirror adjustment, little button here on the left that basically folds the mirrors in. Let me just do that so you can see it in the camera as well. You can do that while driving, which is nice when you actually get somewhere, for example, very tight. Let's say you drive to Italy through a narrow town and you have the stone walls left and right, you can't go through. This way you just fold them in, drive through, open them up again. Then a few things that kind of bothered me a little bit in regards to how the car is set up. The AC cluster here in the middle, it's quite a lot of buttons and you have to get really used to it. I mean, when I was driving the last 2 days now, it's a bit fiddly. If you don't really look down, you can't really see where what is. So I would have loved if they would have like separated somehow, just to make it easier and more intuitive to touch and basically choose the function you want. Heated seats are on here. Then you have the plus and minus to reduce if you don't want to have an auto, which is separate between the display left and right. We have the start stop automatic, which you can turn on and off. We have the heated steering wheel. We have the boot lid that opens automatically. The automatic parking function, which works both ways, basically parallel parking and mall parking, in and out. Obviously, I told you that. And then we have automatic parking brake, or electronic parking brake, 12-volt power socket, which is nice. What is nice is my iPhone 6 Plus, or 6S Plus or 7 Plus will fit in here exactly, which is nice. 2 cup holders, which you can extend to make them deeper. You can close the whole thing up as well if you want. Let me just stop here as well. Then we have here a little compartment with a little tray. It goes deeper, and 2 USB ports. However, I have no USB ports here, so you basically have to hide all your stuff in there. Glove box is decent size, to be honest. And one more thing that I found a little bit weird setup is how to close and open the vents of the car. It's right here on top. It looks a bit weird to me because it's somewhere there, and it's actually, I can't reach, for example, this one without stretching myself. If it would be here, you see, I could get to it without basically getting out of my seat, but here I have to really lean forward to open and close it. Just a little thing. I have to be very careful because we are right next to the water. We don't want to go down there. Overall, I really enjoyed driving this car. A few things you have to get used to. For example, this one has the heated windshield, which has a small lines. I mentioned it in one of the other videos already, where I tested a Ford. On a sunny day, when you have blue sky, you really see this quite a lot, and it kind of distracts me at the moment still, because obviously I don't drive this on a daily basis. I have these cars for a few days and then I give them back. Maybe you get used to it over time, but you see the lines if you somehow pay attention, or if you don't move your face too much, or the landscape doesn't change too often, you just see it, and it's a little bit weird. I guess you would get used to it over time if you drive it on a daily basis. Then what else? These events I told you, 6-speed automatic is good as well, and overall it's a nice car. Price. Now let me just stop for that. This is something that no one comes out from here usually. Let me just stop. So price for the ST version of this starts at 40,000 francs exactly. So with the equipment that this car has on board, we would be at approximately, we would be at 49,330 francs. Interesting, display goes off. This particular car, if you would like to buy it, it now has a little bit more than 400 kilometers on the clock. So it's a brand new car, just tested it. You can get it for 40,990 francs. So you get 8,500 francs off, which is a really good deal. So they will start shipping out these cars in February 2017. So it's another 3 months before you can get it actually. End of February, so it's March. But you can come and take a look at it and test drive them as well. It has really a lot of equipment on board. I actually forgot to mention as well, it has lane departure assistance. Basically, if you drive on the highway on a certain speed, you can change the setting as well in regards to how much it helps you and how much it pulls you out of the corner or into the corner. It recognizes the lines basically through the cameras in the mirrors. That's something really nice. It's just a lot of safety features this car has on board. So if you have someone in the family who you think is not really good in driving or has some insecurities, this car will help totally, because it can park itself, it has the lane departure assistant, it has the blind spot assistant, has a city stop function as well, just in case in lower speeds. And overall, it's a really cool car. It even has a knee airbag, which is something that you don't have too often. And I guess that's pretty much it. So if you have any more questions, please put them down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't too nice today, but that's something that I cannot influence. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, like, share. See you next time. Bye.